Good evening, fans, and welcome to beautiful Case Arena, tonight's site of IHSAA girls basketball here on the ISC Sports Network. It features a pair of Clinton County rivals. The Clinton Central Bulldogs, ranked number 11 in 1A, going up against the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Joined by Doug Wood, I am Sean Walker. We appreciate you tuning in this evening. Tonight's game is a product of the Frankfort Eagles. They are people helping people by Day and Genda Funeral Home. Proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County, by the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice, by FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk, and by the Farmers Bank. Let's grow. Tonight's pregame show brought to us by Healthy Communities of Clinton County. Doug, a couple of teams trending in opposite directions right now. The Hot Dogs still looking for that first win on the season. Clinton Central's been rolling so far at 9-1.
Yeah, Clinton Central is coming in looking really good, 9-1, with their only loss to a really good Carroll team on the road by 5 points, which they had the lead most of the game. Just couldn't quite close that one out. Frankfort's coming in off a tough loss this last Tuesday versus Tri-Central, 45-25. Trying to get their first one of the season, but it won't be an easy task tonight versus a really good Clinton Central girls team.
Yeah, these Hot Dogs, they have played a tough schedule so far. They've also faced that same Carroll team that's ranked number 6 in 2A. They've played against Western, who's undefeated. They're number 5 in 3A. This is their third-ranked opponent tonight that they'll face in this young season. And, man, they've got their work cut out for them. Yeah,
tonight's going to be a tough task. Clinton Central's got some really good players. Sarah Parkinson, now the all-time leading scorer at Clinton Central with 1,040 points. But then you got to worry about Carly Davison, who's averaging 14 points and 7 assists.
Yeah,
so really tough task.
Speaking of Sarah Parkinson, you mentioned her. She's our player to watch tonight for Clinton Central, and just recently became the girls' all-time leading scorer. She broke into that 1,000 points and then beat Kendall Davison. And who knows, maybe in a couple of years, somebody will be chasing Parkinson's record, and it'll be a teammate of hers in Carly Davison who's going to be knocking on that door as well. But a couple of fantastic scores, but watch out for Sarah Parkinson tonight. On the other side of the floor for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, it's been Vanessa Guardado. She has been the steady piece for this team. She's gotten better every single game out, and when she stays out of foul trouble, she is huge for these Frankfort Hot Dogs.
Yeah, Vanessa's been playing really well as of late, really well all season, but as of late she's really come along. 2 double-digit scoring outings the last 2 games, and then had a 15-point scoring outing a couple games before that. So she's been really good for them offensively, and then defensively she anchors down that middle of their 2-3 zone. I think leads the team in charges, willing to step in and do anything for the team.
Got about a minute to tip off, but let's talk about our keys to victory real quick if we could as well, Doug. What do you got?
So the keys I got tonight are rebounding. Frankfort, if they want to have a chance to stay in this game, if they force a miss from Clinton Central, they got to get the rebound. You can't give Clinton Central more than one opportunity. Foul trouble. Frankfort's got to keep their players on the court. You can't have Vanessa Guardado and Syra Flores coming off the court. Otherwise, Sarah Parkinson will eat them alive down in the paint. And then turnovers. Frankfort's got to take care of the ball. You got to get a shot every single possession.
Yeah, these Bulldogs, they average 10 steals per contest, and the Hot Dogs turn the ball over at a clip of 26 turnovers per game. So look for that to be a key. Our keys tonight brought to us by the Indy Card Exchange down in Indianapolis. They're changing the game. We'll step aside. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you your starting lineups and your tip live from Case Arena.
Frankfort Eagles 976 has bingo every Wednesday night. Early birds beginning at 6 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 7 p.m. Packets are $25 and includes every game you need to play. They also have Saturday bingo the first Saturday of every month, with early birds starting at 4 p.m. and regular bingo starting at 5 p.m. Big game payouts each game with 3 to 4 chances to win different jackpot games each day. Great for individuals or groups because everyone enjoys winning lots of money. You must be 18 years or older to play.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, entrance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention, and more. To help make the healthy choice the easy choice, contact us at 659-6063 or through our website, healthyclincounty.org.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome you back here to Case Arena. IHSAA girls basketball action on this Thursday night. Our starting lineups tonight brought to us by Ardente Dental, where healthy smiles start here. Starting for the Clinton Central Bulldogs, Carly Davison, Landry Whiteman, Erica Robbins, Courtney Serber, and Sarah Parkinson, our featured player to watch. Those are the five for Coach Don Helmick. 9-1 here in his third year at Clinton Central. On the other side for the Frankfort Hot Dogs, their starting lineup tonight: Ashley Vasquez Rivera, Daisy Santos Valdez, Ella McAtee, Syra Flores, and Vanessa Guardado. Your five there for Coach Matt Crawford. And it looked like there was a change in the starting lineup, actually, as Emily Long, number 31, etched into that starting spot for Clinton Central tonight. So it appears that Landry Whiteman will come off the bench here for Coach Don Helmick. Frankfort been a tough season, obviously, for Coach Matt Crawford. He's very familiar with these Clinton Central Bulldogs. He won a 2021 sectional title as the head coach over at Clinton Central before going to Delphi for a year, and now in his second season here as the head coach of the Frankfort Hot Dogs. Our officials for tonight's broadcast: Taiwan Norris, James Sarver, and Chris Tolliver. The gentlemen donned in stripes are officials tonight, presented by Aaron's Flooring, where they offer luxury vinyl plank, carpet installation, and more. Visit aaronsflooringllc.com or give them a call at 601-4145 for a free quote.
Excited to get this one underway here, Case Arena.
All the pregame particulars out of the way, and now we just get to see some basketball here tonight. You know, for Frankfort, we talked in the pregame, Doug, about a tough schedule, and it doesn't get any easier either. Danville in 3A is not ranked right now, but they are 9-1. And I'm looking at some of the teams they beat. They've beat 3 or 4 4A teams playing a class up and still not getting votes. So I'm going to have to bug my old buddy Greg Rakestraw on that one to find out why Danville's been ignored early on here in the season.
Yeah, Frankfort's got a really tough schedule all year long for both boys and girls. They got a nice stop right off the bat here.
Frankfort with the takeaway. That's McAtee. She was absent the last game that I got to call here from Frankfort, but she's been back on the floor recently. Coach Crawford saying they're finally getting healthy. Players coming back from ankle surgeries and just other injuries that were nagging them, and now they get to try to gel here halfway through the season. Yeah,
it's really nice to see the full team back. They have. This is, I think, one of the second game they played as a full team. So look to see them gel more tonight, play a better game.
Serber missed the bunny at the rim, and Frankfort, through 2 possessions so far, have held the Bulldogs scoreless.
Be interesting to see how Frankfort attacks. Last game they played against Tri-Central, played against a 2-3 zone. Looks like Central's coming out in a man defense here.
Great diving effort from Emily Long. She gets the steal. They find Parkinson, and she's able to score.
There's the key player tonight. Got 2 points early on the board.
Senior averaging 18.8 points a game and 6.5 rebounds. She leads the Bulldogs in both categories. Long on the steal again. That shot missed by Carly Davison.
Frankfort fortunate there. Had a careless turnover at half court. Got away with a missed layup from Carly Davison, which is very rare to see.
The turnover here against Frankfort. That against Valdez has drug that pivot foot. Frankfort in the first 90 seconds of this contest have definitely look pretty good, both sides of the basketball so far. Rebound down low, Parkinson right back in.
Yeah, it's hard to get a box out when they play that 2-3 zone, but you got to find a body. You cannot let Sarah Parkinson get an offensive rebound because she's going to put that in 9 times out of 10.
McAtee able to keep her pivot foot, but turns the ball over. Parkinson the other way. Up and good. 3 straight field goals for the senior, and that's going to get an early timeout here for Coach Crawford. This timeout brought to us by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976. They've been serving the community since 1905 with over 900 members locally. The Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort. I saw that they did a mitten tree recently on social media, and the response from the public was astounding, absolutely overwhelming. Came in, grabbed the mittens provided, and now the Eagles is going to be able to donate a bunch of stuff to kids for Christmas and families, and it's just so awesome what they do in our community.
Yeah, Eagles does a really good job with this community, donating things to the high schools all around Clinton County, not just Frankfort, but all 4 Clinton County schools doing a really good job.
Out of that timeout, Coach Crawford finds himself down 6-0 here early on.
Frankfort's just got to take care of the ball here. We mentioned turnovers early. They've just been kind of careless with the ball. Going to get another one there, 10-second call.
The 10-second count is the Bulldogs showed a little token pressure, and then they actually brought it.
Yeah, it looked like they were laying back there, and then they stopped them right before half court, and then it ended up trapping the second pass.
Carly Davison, the sophomore, had such an amazing freshman season a year ago. Off to a sensational start this sophomore year. Already 405 career points. It's amazing to me that all the good teams that Clinton Central has put on the floor over the years, and this is not a knock to any former players, but they didn't have a 1,000-point scorer until 2 years ago when Kendall Davison joined that group. And now Sarah Parkinson not only joins that group, but then surpassed her and becomes the all-time scorer. And I think Carly's got a great chance of joining them.
Yeah, I could go from Davison to Parkinson back to a Davison. So we'll see what happens with that, but Davison's definitely got a good shot to do it.
We're going to get a foul down in the lane here. It'll stay Clinton Central basketball. The foul called against number 32, Evelyn Vasquez Bautista for Frankfort. In the lane. Now they might have got Guardado here. Let's see who they give the foul to. Yep, 24
white. Nice little out-of-bounds player there. Got the lob pass to Parkinson, sealed off her defender, and then got a nice pass inside to Emily Long, who's going to go to the line for 2.
Long knocks down the first. You know, one thing about Parkinson and her scoring is you look up at Davison, who's averaging over 7 assists per game, and I'm betting a lot of those are to Parkinson. So she's kind of hurting herself to be able to catch her, later on down the road, or maybe she just likes a good challenge.
Got to stop passing the ball. Score a little bit for yourself, Carly. This pressure is really getting to Frankfort here. They're going to have to get the ball at court. Yeah, they're going to get another 10-second call.
More pressure defense. Another turnover here gives the ball back to the Bulldogs.
Saw Frankfort struggle with that press Tuesday night versus Tri-Central. Looks like Clinton Central saw that and came out in a press, and Frankfort hasn't quite figured it out yet.
McAtee comes back into the game. She'll spell Valdez. Davison trying to penetrate against that zone. This pass along the baseline. Missed shot there from Serber. But Long, she's been everywhere tonight. Little floater in the lane, and Davis is on the board with her first field goal.
Really nice, strong drive in the middle. Frankfort was there. Carly Davison was a little bit stronger, got the floater in the middle.
Another turnover is Long with another steal. They get it ahead to Parkinson, leaves it just short off the front of the rim. She gets a rebound on the floor. And now Coach going to get a timeout from the bench. able to call that timeout while Parkinson's on her back there.
Ball just kind of fell into her lap there. A nice heads-up play to call a timeout.
It's a great rebound.
Yeah, one of the weirdest rebounds you'll probably ever see. So
tonight's game is brought to you by Day and Ginda Funeral Home, where they believe in putting family first. As active members of the community, they know that when dealing with the loss, seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is important. Day and Ginda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way and provide the care you need. For more information about the services Day and Ginda Funeral Homes offer, please visit dayandginda.com. Out of the timeout, 4 minutes to go here, first quarter action. It's my first visual of Clinton Central this year. We'll have them a few more times on our airwaves on ISC. We'll have them against Clinton Prairie next Tuesday. So there's a takeaway by the hot dogs. McAtee lines up a three.
just a little long.
Charles back iron, now Davison the other way. Splits the defense, tries to get a little reverse. Bulldogs on that offensive glass. Now Davison will reset. Later in the year, we'll see the Bulldogs versus Rossville. Free throw line jumper from Parkinson. She's got 8.
And she just looks smooth on the offensive end. You can tell the reason why she's an 1,000-point scorer with a nice little jump shot there. She can do it all, shoot and play inside.
Flores finds Guardado. Good spin move in the lane. Well, I liked it. Everything except for the shot falling right there looked good.
She's done that spin move a lot this year. It's been really successful. Definitely her go-to move.
Davison in the lane, the dump down. Serber going to draw the foul here, and that'll be the second against the senior. Vasquez Bautista, who's giving him some good early minutes here off the bench.
Yeah, she's kind of the sixth man, you could say. Normally he's the first one off the bench. Comes in and always gives them some really good minutes, rebounding and plays good defense.
The first shot off the mark. Server missed her first free throw there. Second one up. And it rattles out as well.
That's one of those where the foul ends up working out. Fallon keep away from that easy layup, and then ended up missing both of them.
McAtee right-eye did. Drug the pivot first. Pivot foot first. Say that 5 times fast.
Looked like Coach Crawford wanted a foul there, kick to the face kind of. I think it was all incidental, though, what the ref saw, so no foul call.
Serber will have the inbounds here for the Bulldogs. Over the 10 games this season, they're winning by an average margin of 26 points. So other than that Carroll game where they lost, not a ton of tests there for these Bulldogs.
Just came off a really big victory versus Lebanon. How often can you say for Clinton Central you're going to get 2 Sagamore Conference victories back-to-back potentially if they can close it out tonight? Not only 2 big Sagamore Conference victories, but both kind of rivalries, Lebanon and Frankfort.
For sure.
So it'd be big for them if they can get this win tonight.
This is a Bulldog team that, as they look to head into tournament play, they got a great shot in that sectional as well. The other team that's in there with a good record right now, Fountain Central at 12-3, but Clinton Central's already beat them. They beat them 60-38 pretty handily earlier in the season. You do have Faith Christian in there you got to watch out for as well. They're eventually going to get their dynamic duo back together this season.
Well, and how about that game from Blaine, 45 points the other night? That's unbelievable. Always a dangerous player.
Inbounds here to Long. Has it partially blocked, but offensive glass. It was one of the keys to victory is rebounding. Frankfurt's defense, though, keeping a minute.
Good recovery from Clinton Central. Evelyn Vasquez was open in the post for a split second, but Parkinson hustled back to deflect that one away.
So Valdez will inbound here for the Dogs. Now taken away by Davison. Active hands. Looks to push. Gonna take it herself, gets an easy 2.
Man, that looked like dribbling through cones right there. That's fundamental basketball. Back and forth all the way to the rim.
Play it how you practice it. Isn't that amazing how it translates? Michael Jordan didn't become the best basketball player of all time. And yes, I've seen both eras. LeBron, it's not even comparable. People can't even argue with me on this.
I have to say, I'm one of the Michael Jordan people of my era, the few Michael Jordan people.
But him, Kobe, all those guys, they always worked harder than everybody else. They were always fearful that somebody was outworking them in practice. They would get up even earlier. It's crazy, that killer mentality.
Yeah. Frankfurt's got to be able to get a shot up here. Turned the ball over too many times tonight. There's another one there.
You know, that was an anticipation pass, but that's really where Flores should have been. Syra needed a cut there. Vanessa Guardado going to check back in. Long comes in here for the Bulldogs.
I believe that's her 3rd foul already. Kind of came in just to give them hustle minutes, but picked up 3 early fouls.
A little over a minute here to go in the first. Good ball pressure defense out top, and then going to get her with the body here, it looks like, and official giving her an explanation. Vasquez Rivera picks that one up. Indy Card Exchange has been your trusted source for buying and selling trading cards of all kinds for over 30 years, and they're refining the game of professional grading with consultation services that save you time and money. Go to IndyCardExchange.com for more information and see how you can make money off of your collection. I thank our sponsors, and I love the fact that they want to show me how I can make money off my collection. The problem is I can't quit buying other people's collections.
Yeah. The 5th foul on Frankfort tonight, or in this first quarter, so that's why Davison went to the line for those 2 free throws. Still so weird seeing that without the 1-on-1 and fouls in the first quarter.
A shot off the mark by McAtee. She's had a couple good looks, just hasn't got one to fall yet. Now a loose ball here. It's going to stay Clinton Central basketball.
Kind of a jumble of girls down there. Couldn't tell who was off of. Looked like it was on Ella McAtee, though.
Now active again, and this is what we worried about a little bit. Again, part of the keys of the victory were foul trouble, and they're starting to add up on the Dogs early here in the first quarter. That's the 2nd on Rivera. I'll send Parkinson to the line. Calmly knocks down the first. This is a really good free throw shooting team, and these Bulldogs at 62% on the team, but you look at Parkinson, 75% from the line. They've got 2 players above 80.
Yeah, as a center, being able to shoot that good from the free throw line is really lethal. You know, the centers typically get fouled more than anybody, and so being able to knock those down at the line is crucial.
The kick out. No. Offensive glass, though, right back up and in. Parkinson continues her amazing first quarter. Guardado's got to get it up. Lex to pass instead, and Frankfort shut out here in the first quarter. 20-0, Clinton Central on top of Frankfort. We'll step aside. We'll be back right after this.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you are part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
This portion of our broadcast brought to us by the Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where the coalition is committed to reducing the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities, by decreasing stigma and encouraging policy, system, and environmental changes. The vision of Healthy Communities is to make the healthy choice the easy choice. For more information, visit healthyclintoncounty.org. This portion of our broadcast also brought to us by Aaron's Flooring, offering luxury vinyl plank, carpet installation, and more. Visit aaronsflooringllc.com for more information, or call them at 601-4145 for a free quote. A 20-0 first quarter, an impressive start here for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Clinton Central came out, struggled a little bit on offense at the start. I think turned it over 2 times and then got the ball into Sarah Parkinson, and that solved all their problems. And then that pressure they put on Frankfort with that press, got a lot of easy buckets off of it.
Nice step through there by Erica Robbins. She was scoreless in the first quarter, still looking for her bucket. Serber off the mark. Long's a little bit of everywhere tonight. I said it earlier. She was in the starting lineup tonight for Clinton Central, and man, she got 3 or 4 steals, 3 or 4 rebounds, a couple of points from the free throw line. Guardado drops that one off. Flores can't get it to go, but a great look for Frankfort.
Yeah, really nice look inside. Coach Crawford will take that look any day of the week. Nice steal here from McAtee.
McAtee the other way. Too strong on the layup. Frankfort still searching for that first field goal. Boy, it is not for a lack of trying, Doug. Every time I watch these hot dogs, they get better.
They do, yeah.
And that's the thing. It's going to be a long road to recovery, or whatever you want to call that. Like, it's going to take time.
Yep. Yeah, the infamous saying, Rome wasn't built in a day.
For sure.
Coach Crawford came into a program that was kind of just in shambles, didn't have a youth league, and so he's taking this one step at a time, getting the youth league built up. And for all you guys watching out there, you're wondering why it's taking so long. He's only had this job. This is his second year. It's not an easy thing to do. But he's getting them steps in the right direction to get Frankfort basketball back where it should be.
It's a sophomore Abby Harris at the free throw line. Missed the first, hits the second. She'll get one more here. A little too strong with that one, and there is Long once again.
And she's got to have 5 or 6 rebounds tonight.
Trying to set a new career high, I think. Davison looked for Long momentarily. In the middle, dumped down. And then Long traveled there. Boy, coach has got to be happy with her effort, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've got to be. That ball movement was really good. Got the ball inside to her. But if it wasn't for her, they wouldn't even had that possession. She came up with that offensive rebound on the free throw.
That's a great point.
They say hustle can buy you minutes, and looks like it's buying her some minutes tonight.
For the Bulldogs, I'm looking down through their schedule the rest of the way, Doug, and I don't see a team on here that they can't beat just the rest of the way. There's not another undefeated team or 9-1 team left on their schedule here. Now, granted, they still have a pretty tough Rossville team that's sitting at 5-6. Mm-hmm. I've seen them. They passed the eye test. Tri-County and Faith Christian both 7 and 8 wins apiece. But there's nothing that really is going to stop these Bulldogs if they play their brand of basketball from running the table the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'd heard a lot of hype about Clinton Central girls basketball coming in tonight. This is, once again, my first time being able to see them in person or just on TV. So, but they're living up to everything I've heard about them. Going to be a really tough team to take down when it comes to sectional time.
Flores draws the foul. She'll head to the free throw line. I'll tell you, it got quiet in here.
It did.
I was afraid to talk because they might hear me down on the floor, and we're way up in the crow's nest.
Man, you talk about girls basketball, how much it's growing around this area, though. There's so many good teams just in this Lafayette surrounding area, it's gotten a lot bigger ever since I even got in high school.
I got to give a shout-out to a fellow hot dog alum, class of 97, Travis Best, man. He has been putting in work in training. There are so many. When you look at some of the top girls from the area that are leading and scoring or rebounding or one of the top players for their team, they've worked with him. They've trained with him. They went through his Indiana Best program. Just saw recently he's now the 7th grade coach at Central Catholic. So I'm sure that they'll be playing hard and winning games here pretty soon.
Yeah, he's done a really good job with girls athletics at Indiana's Best. The team he got over there at Legacy, they play at Legacy Courts. I remember going there as a kid and seeing those teams play.
Tied up and then, hey, help her up.
But, no, he's done a really good job at expanding the girls' game. It's really fun to watch.
I love the sportsmanship there. That was a tough fall. She was just trying to be strong with the basketball, and I don't think she expected her to hit the deck that hard. Immediately went over and tapped. Giannis Antetokounmpo could have learned a little bit about that, a little sportsmanship last night.
Yeah, the Indiana Pacer in me.
The Greek freak out is what happened last night.
Crazy. Over a game ball that I believe his team even grabbed for him. Didn't realize it, but shout out the Pacers general manager for taking the elbow to the ribs.
For sure.
Got to play against his son last year, and I think he lit us up with 11 3-pointers, I believe.
I was here for that one.
It's a rough day.
This one knocked away. Maybe get a whistle for a foul. They will. Coach Crawford, after that last turnover, looked at Ellie, and he just gave his hands, and it was the slow down, calm down. There's no reason right there to throw the ball across the court. Just get it over, set up the offense.
It looks like Frankfort's just kind of flustered right now. They haven't scored, or they've got 1 point on the night, trying to get something going offensively, and this pressure from Central has really sped them up.
Serber on the rebound. To Davison, she swings it around. I knew last year I called the Clinton Central Clinton Prairie basketball game that was at Clinton Central, and Carly Davison, they ran a play for her. She got a last-second shot and got the win for the Bulldogs over the Gophers. That was a huge moment, and that's where it kind of put the freshman on the map for me.
Yeah, she's been really solid for them. I've known her, played with her brother in baseball growing up, but I knew her coming up, and then she's exceeded all expectations for me thus far in high school.
At the Farmers Bank, we like helping everyone grow, from business owners running multi-million-dollar companies to first-timers just opening a savings account. We draw on over 140 years of history to honor the principles of personal connection and individual attention that have been there since our founding in 1876. And that's why you don't have to be a farmer to be a farmer. Let's grow. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. I want to thank the Farmers Bank for coming back on board with the ISC Sports Network and our partnership here with Hot Dog TV. I want to thank all the crew behind the scenes. Doug, a fellow student here at Frankfort High School. Great program ran by Richard Salee.
Yeah, so many great opportunities you get from this program. Got another great opportunity today as Fox 59 came in.
Yeah.
I actually got interviewed by Lindy Thaxton on Fox 59. So many great opportunities you get here at Hot Dog Network in Frankfort.
Us fellow hot dogs like to come back and give back. And kudos to Lindy for doing that. Yeah. I know she's had a lot of personal battles over the last couple of years, and it's great to see her healthy again and back on the news, and then being able to come here and talk to students and show you guys what a career can look like. It's pretty awesome. Serber that time knocks it away from Flores. Those two battling just a little bit. That was the exchange a moment ago when Serber hit the deck. Active hands, Davison with the steal. The look ahead. Layup up and good as Harris has got 3 points now.
Clinton Central came into the game averaging 10 steals, and they're on track for probably 20 steals tonight. This press has really gave Frankfort a hard time.
Guardado trying to get a shot up there, draw the foul, and head back to the free throw line. Hot Dog fans, make sure you tune in Saturday night around 7:30. We'll have Doug Wood and his fellow Frankfort Hot Dogs as they host Sheridan.
Yeah, excited to get that one. Been a struggle thus far. Haven't gotten the win column yet. But it feels like we've been right there every single game.
You guys have been very, very competitive.
Yep.
And it's been right there. It's got to come, right?
Yeah, I think we've played three ranked teams in the first 5 games, Tipton, Prairie, and I don't know if Tri-West is ranked or not. I think they were. And we've lost by 3 or 5 points every time. So trying to get over that winless streak tomorrow night, and then Saturday night add on to it to a win. So nice bucket from Parkinson there.
Yeah, another one as she continues her scoring streak. I will have to get you her total at halftime because there's just a lot of 2s on my scorecard right now. 29-3 the score. Guardado knocked down a couple of free throws a moment ago. Gets contact in the lane, back up and blocked. It'll stay Frankfort basketball. You know, I love the attitude of these Frankfort Hot Dogs. And I say attitude, but I don't mean that in a negative. Mm-hmm. It's we're going to hustle, we're going to continue to play hard, and you never see any of them quit. And I think that's important when you're rebuilding, because you never know who's watching, right? Yep. Who's that 8th grader or a freshman that maybe would have come out for the team this year that says, you know what, I'm going to go out there and help those guys next year.
Mm-hmm. It's setting the tone for the program. Coach Crawford says Frankfort's going to play hard every single game, and they do that. You know, their talent level may not be there quite yet, but it's coming. Tell you what,
the free throw, and they're looking good there.
They got an incredible 7th grader right now. Mallory, her name's Mallory O'Brien, and they just won conference last year. Actually, their 6th grade team. She's now a 7th grader, and when she gets to high school, she's a player to watch out for.
I believe her dad was Kevin O'Brien. He played basketball here. Was a former police officer in town as well. Served the community for many years.
Frankfort's getting a little offense going. Held scoreless in that first quarter, but got 5 points here. A little halfway through the second quarter.
Doing a nice job of being aggressive and getting to the free throw line.
Yep. I think I've got there 3 times so far.
Davison with the takeaway. I feel like we've talked a lot about Davison and Parkinson tonight, but, you know, it's not every night you get to see a 1-2 punch like this in high school basketball. For Davison, she had a triple-double versus Culver Academies this season. 19 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists.
You know, normally when you hear triple-double in high school basketball, you think blocks or steals. But to get the ordinary points, rebounds, and assists triple-double in a high school game is just really unheard of.
Yeah, she had 3 games this season alone with 10 assists, where she's been in double figures assists. And last year, her career high in a game is 11 assists. She did that 3 times last year. So not only does she have a chance as just a sophomore to probably compete for that all-time leading scoring, but you got to think she's going to kill the assist mark. Oh, yeah. She's probably going to be there in steals, averaging almost 3 per game. Her fingerprints are going to be all over this program's history books when it's all said and done.
Yeah, she's really a phenomenal player. Kind of, I wouldn't say the face of the program right now, but seems like it. She's going to be here for 2 more years, which is crazy to think how good she is already, what she's going to be like 2 years when she's a senior. You
got a great competitive edge, and then you have a senior like Parkinson to help lead the way. So you don't have to shoulder the full thing just yet. Good effort there by Aaron Wills diving on the floor. Big shout out to number 52.
The freshman coming in and making a play.
That is a great way to earn more playing time. Hit the floor, come up with the ball.
Yeah, being a senior leader, you got these freshmen and sophomores wanting to know how they can get minutes at the varsity level. The first thing I always say is the weight room. Got to get stronger. But the best way is defense. A coach loves a player that'll come in and play hustle defense, get on the floor. So for all you young kids listen out there, if you want to play high school basketball as a sophomore or as a freshman or sophomore, defense is the way to get on the court.
Absolutely. And I promise you, if you crash the glass, you may find 4, 6, 8 points in a game just working the offensive glass. Be a nuisance down there. Get some easy putbacks.
Really good ball movement there to find wide open Davison.
Yeah, and one opportunity there. Able to fight through it. Basket good, 33-5. There is a mercy rule in high school basketball. Once you have a 35-point lead in the second half, we'll have a running clock the rest of the way. Davison completes the three-point play.
Looks like nobody knew that was an and one besides Clinton Central.
Yeah, this partnership with the ISC Sports Network and Hot Dog TV has been awesome. A lot of people don't know the ISC Sports Network is co-owned by a company here in Indiana, Mulberry Telecommunications, and also a company over in Ohio. And it's just really neat to be able to put this together and be the place to go for live hot dog athletics all season long. On the ISC Sports Network, you can download the app. You can go to social media platforms like X, Twitch, YouTube. Obviously, we broadcast on Hot Dog TV's YouTube page. You can go there and see what JV games, interviews, shows you guys do all throughout the year, and really dive into that radio TV program. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, there's so many great things that we do here at Hot Dog Network. Big thank you to ISC Sports Network for giving us the opportunities to do so many of these athletic events. But Hot Dog Network does stuff that's not just sports. We got the Canine Corner show that we do, kind of like a Pat McAfee show is what I like to call it, a podcast thing. And then currently recording the musical as it's going on right now. So many different things you can see on Hot Dog Network that we do here.
Emily Long at the foul line. She missed the first. She's 2 for 3 from there on the night. Now 3 for 4. She averages almost 5 points per contest. She's almost there here in the first half. Make sure you stay tuned at the half. We'll have our Day in Gannett Funeral Home halftime show. We'll talk about the first half of action.
Looks like Coach Crawford's getting in some of the younger players. Aaron Wills and Mariela Lopez Chavez getting in some minutes tonight.
Yeah, she played really well tonight in the JV game as Wills puts that one up from three-point land. Can't get it to drop. Looked down low and a little too strong that time, looking for Long.
Yeah, both of those ladies are freshmen. Yeah, Mariela Lopez Chavez played a really good game in the JV game, and it looks like that might have earned her some minutes here tonight.
Coach just trying to find a spark, maybe give a player some time to earn some confidence. Obviously, they all work hard and practice every day as Wills can't handle that pass. Great hands there by the official. Did you see the fingertip catch? I thought he even looked down at the toes to make sure he was in bounds. You know, you're going to toe the sideline.
Looking like maybe Marvin Harrison out there.
Yeah, he might have played some football in his day.
Speaking of that, Colts got a big game Saturday, which is weird. Can't watch the game because they'll be playing here against Sheridan, but hopefully they get the dub.
I may or may not have that on my phone while also working the game. I won't confirm or deny. Jump ball situation here and gives the ball back to the Bulldogs as they're able to get the tie up. Abby Harris checks back in for the Bulldogs.
I've always said this. I want to be mic'd up on the court one of these games. Send it down to me on the court while I'm playing. Might sound a little different than I do up here, though. So,
yeah. Do we need to have the FCC button on standby?
Hopefully not. I'll try to,
keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Flores hits the deck there and is slow to get up after taking a bump, and we'll get an injury timeout here as Davison put the shot in. And now Flores slow to get up. Looked like she caught it in the back of the neck.
Yeah, those ones are always scary.
While Syra walks that one off, we'll take the opportunity to thank FiberHawk. Now available, FiberHawk fiber internet, super fast speeds, no more buffering, perfect for all sizes of business. FiberHawk offers every speed to meet your internet needs. For more offerings and availability, go to fiberhawk.com or call 765-922-HAWK. Fast, affordable, FiberHawk. Dribbling out top, trying to find a teammate. Guardado in the high post. Unfortunately, the high post for her is way out at the three-point line tonight. Is Clinton Central really extending that defense?
Yeah, Parkinson's done a really good job guarding Vanessa Guardado, giving her really just making it tough to even get the ball, as you could see there, forced her all the way out to the three-point line just to catch the pass.
Guardado knocks it down at the free throw line. She's got 3 points tonight. Averaged at 7 points per game this season. Guardado, though, coming off of back-to-back double-figure games. That one rattles out. Unfortunately, my broadcaster's jinx worked that time, and a little bit of contact as players getting roughed up a little bit.
Looks like maybe got a bloody nose from Daisy Santos there. Going to pick up the foul, though.
So Santos will check out. Training staff for Frankfort earning their money tonight, right?
Earning their paycheck tonight.
This has been a physical game here of late.
Yeah, it's what you'd expect out of a county rivalry game, though, right? Physical, both teams really want to win.
Officials will check the floor and see if they have any bodily fluids where they'll have to call. Yep, they'll have a brief timeout here on the floor as they wait. They'll clean that up. Both teams will go to their bench here, and unfortunately on a Thursday night you're a little undermanned, right? You're in the arena this evening, so it may take a minute to get this cleaned up, and that's okay. Gives us the opportunity to talk about all of the wonderful people that make these broadcasts possible. And I'm going to talk about the Frankfort Eagles again and all the things they do in our community. They've been serving this community since 1905. That's over 100 years. Even I can do that math. With over 900 members locally, the Frankfort Eagles offer something for everyone, whether it's bingo on Wednesday nights or just a cool place to go hang out on the weekends. For more information on who they are and what they do, visit FOE.com or stop by the Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street in Frankfort.
Getting a close-up there of cleaning the court up. A little blood dripping, it looks like, from the nose of Daisy Santos.
That collision happened off that missed free throw, and Santos immediately knew, went straight off the floor, and that's officiating crew of Taiwan Norris, James Sarver, and Chris Tolliver doing some housekeeping out here to make sure that everything is safe to resume play.
Glad they saw that. It can be a little tough to see. The court's a little darker down there. Tough to see the blood sometimes, but glad they noticed that. Don't want anybody, slipping down there on especially on blood. Didn't get that on your jersey, so glad they noticed that.
Clinton Central's players asking for a towel. Found a wet spot on the floor, and now, you have the cleanup obviously, but you want to make sure it's not slick afterwards either. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear some squeaky sneakers. Doug, talk to me about the upcoming Blue Chips game. How excited are you to play in that?
I was so excited. Growing up, I've always heard about Blue Chips. Obviously wasn't alive for when it happened. But just to be able to
Thanks
play.
for making me feel old. You had to throw a jab, didn't you?
Just to be able to play in a game that Case Arena could potentially be sold out in. It's so cool seeing this place full. Really can't compare anything to that I've played in ever. So excited to be able to throw back, put on those Western jerseys. Rossville is going to be wearing the Indiana jerseys. Really cool experience.
We're excited to be able to be a part of that. I know we had a fundraising call with ISC, Mulberry Telecommunications, and Eric Farley, who's been kind of heading things up here for Frankfort, and we made a pledge and a nice donation. That's not to pat ourselves on the back, but just showing our commitment to want to be involved and help continue these very cool events and ideas that Frankfort is putting on, and excited for you guys to be able to participate in that game.
Yeah.
30 years ago.
It's crazy.
Golly. You weren't even born,
Nope.
huh? I guess that makes sense for you're still in high school, or you'd be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I'll be held back just a couple of years, right?
Just a few times.
What's crazy is my parents actually met because of that game, because of that movie.
Really?
So if it wasn't for Blue Chips, I wouldn't even be here. So.
Timeout taken by Guardado here with 2.6 seconds to go to avoid the 5-second call as Clinton Central brought pressure. Day and Ginda Funeral Home believes in putting family first. As active members of the community, they know that when you're dealing with a loss, seeing a familiar face and being treated like family is important. Pat Day and his entire staff at Day and Ginda Funeral Home will serve your family in a unique and loving way. I know Pat personally. I know he will take care of you. For more information about the services Day and Ginda Funeral Homes offer, please visit dayandginda.com.
I think this might be the longest last 40 seconds of a first half I've ever seen.
As we approach the, we're getting close. We're at 31 points now, and you got to have 35 in the second half. So that's why I'm working some of these. It's benefited. We're working some of these reads in, right?
Yep.
37-6, your score at the break. Stay tuned. Halftime show heads your way. We'll be right back right after this.
Frankfort Eagles 976, serving with the community since 1905. With over 900 members locally, Frankfort Eagles offers something for everyone. Golf leagues, bingo, concerts, kid parties, cookouts, and more. For more information on who we are and what we do, visit FOE.com or stop by Frankfort Eagles at 408 North Main Street, Frankfort, Indiana.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Running a small business. Your hands are full. We can help. FiberHawk partners with local companies by providing business class internet, phone, TV, and customized bundles to meet your needs. Our fiber-powered system delivers reliable speed with enhanced security. Running a business is tough. Contact FiberHawk today and let our expert team give you a hand.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
I brought you a present. A book.
Follow the adventures of the Ardente Dental team as they fight cavities, gum disease, and create beautiful, healthy smiles.
Inconceivable. Hello, my name is Dr. Snyder. You cause cavities. Prepare to die. Inconceivable. To make your smile look straight and fine, our braces per month are just $1.99. Inconceivable.
You keep using that word, I do not think it means what you think it means.
Have fun at Ardente Dental.
Meet Henry. Henry is hip. Henry loves the new Mintel TV streaming app. And check out Helen. With features like Cloud DVR, Restart, and Look Back TV, Helen never misses her favorite shows. And this is Bob. Bob can't contain his excitement for the new Mintel TV streaming app. Bob is proving that you actually can teach an old dog new tricks. What do you say, Bob? Does the Mintel TV app get a thumbs up? All right, Bobby, yo. Mintel TV, the next generation of awesome. Upgrade today.
Former WNBA star Katie Douglas Poe is now the owner of fitness franchises that help people get healthier and more active. And even though she comes from the world of elite athletics, Katie's favorite customers are the ones pursuing modest goals. We're proud to provide her with that same kind of personal support and individual attention to her finances, which is why, when it comes to her banking, Katie is a farmer. The Farmers Bank. Let's grow.
As a healthcare facility, providing top-notch care should be your number one goal. However, patient experience and overall satisfaction should be a top priority as well. You see, in addition to your patients, you also have an obligation to the family and friends who attend appointments, sit for hours in waiting rooms, or spend days at your facility awaiting a loved one to be discharged. The last thing that they want or need to be concerned about is how or where to charge their cell phone, tablet, or smart device when trying to keep loved ones up to date. This is where JM Marketing comes in. Our fully customizable charging station allows you to promote your facility or patient portals while providing a courtesy to those who spend time in your facility. Our charging stations provide full speed, multi-device charging capabilities while utilizing energy-efficient technology. And the best part? They charge nearly 100% of devices. They fit anywhere and go everywhere. A simple yet practical way to enhance the overall experience you provide, and that is a reason for everyone to celebrate. For more information, contact sales at JM Marketing to get plugged in today. It's halftime at Case Arena, and we are in the Day and Ginda Funeral Home halftime show. Joined by Doug Wood, I am Sean Walker, and man, we've seen these Clinton Central Bulldogs tonight really take it to the hot dogs here this evening, led by Sarah Parkinson with 18 points. Carly Davison in double figures as well with 13. So the 1-2 punch for Clinton Central getting things done.
Yeah, Clinton Central came out doing a really good job getting the ball inside of Sarah Parkinson. She's using her body well, getting offensive rebounds, getting some buckets. She even got a layup off a steal, which is really rare to see out of a center. Was kind of doing everything, and then Carly Davison, really active hands on that press. Got to have more than 3 steals, which is her average. Getting a lot of easy buckets.
Yeah, Abby Harris and Emily Long, both sophomores, they had 3 points apiece in the first half as well. On the other side for Frankfort, just 6 points as a team, and they've all come at the free throw line. Vanessa Guardado with 3 points. Ashley Vasquez Rivera with 2. We saw her leave with a what seemed to be a bloody nose. Syra Flores got a point as well. She hit the deck pretty hard during that contest as well. It's not that Frankfort isn't getting some good looks. They are. They just haven't been able to fall in the first half.
Yeah, I think that pressure they have is when they do get into half court, they feel so sped up that they're kind of rushing that shot, and that's why they haven't fell. But, oh, yeah, they got to keep getting to the free throw line. They've been knocking them down at a decent clip so far. So if they want to keep that game under 35 points, they're going to have to come out and get to the free throw line and then start hitting some shots.
Saw the cheerleaders a moment ago there from Frankfort. They've been doing a nice job all night trying to keep the fans that are here entertained and cheering, and now they're taking a break here at halftime and checking social media, all that fun things, watching some TikTok videos, whatever it is that you kids do these days.
Yeah, you see June Palmer there, the head coach of the cheerleading squad, done a really good job this year. She's been the cheer coach for a while, took a break, and now she's back.
What does June not do?
I don't know.
She's
all around.
The athletic secretary, correct, here at the high school as well. And then I think she's also a realtor, right? I mean, she does a little bit of everything. Yeah, she's actually the current athletic director today as Mr. Niehaus is out. So she is the acting athletic director today.
Yeah, well, I don't know what our athletic program would do without her and Mr. Niehaus. Do a fantastic job here, making sure everything's running right.
Want to send our well wishes to Mrs. Niehaus. That's why Mr. Niehaus is out today. So well wishes from Hot Dog TV and the ISC Sports Network. And, man, these Hot Dogs trailing by 31 at the half. But it's not for a lack of effort. This team has played really hard in the first half. Again, just struggling to get some shots to go. Guardado's had a few good looks. McAtee's had some jumpers that couldn't get down. They found some spots offensively where they've gotten the looks, just unable to get them to drop. We'll see if that changes here in the second half. It's going to do it for our Day in Ginda halftime show. We'll step aside when we come back. Second half action from Case Arena here on the ISC Sports Network.
Welcome to Trinity Hope Center. Here we are actively engaged in our recovery community with a multitude of activities including peer recovery coaching, a full computer lab, grief groups, relapse prevention, pre- and postnatal support group, educational workshops for family members with addicted loved ones, expungent workshops, parent cafes, Saturday pro-social activities, recovery walk club, book club, and even video game nights. For more information, give us a call at 765-250-1845.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Colleges and universities are always actively looking for highly targeted and effective ways of reaching high school students and their families. Imagine your informational message being displayed in full color on courtesy charging stations placed throughout the high schools of your choice. Our mobile charging stations provide your college or university with a continuous flow of traffic to those who benefit from your message the most. High traffic areas like the cafeteria, commons, multimedia rooms, and concessions make the perfect places to reach a receptive and captive audience. Advertise to your alumni of tomorrow by getting plugged in today. At JM Marketing, your audience awaits.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
Doug, trivia question of the night. What does Ardente Dental offer?
Oh, we just said it. High-tech dentistry.
How about
There
that?
it is.
Ardente Dental offers high-tech dentistry with a personal touch. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot
No,
there.
it's okay.
Whether you're a brand new patient or have been with them for years, they're here to serve you. Give them a call at 654-7222 or visit them online at ardentedental.com. Ardente Dental, we bring smiles to life. Braces starting at just $199 per month.
Need braces? It's the place to go.
Yeah. Do a little bit of everything there. Braces, orthodontics, obviously. The tooth whitening, same-day crowns. They've got a cool machine. Prints the tooth, like, I shouldn't say print it, shapes it, all that good stuff.
Well, I was about to say the bank is open. Couldn't quite get that one to fall down now.
Davison, great pass. Serber left it a little short and tracked down by Syra Flores. Good to see her back out on the floor.
Yeah, she took that hard fall. Looked like she was grabbing her neck.
Was it 2 or 3 that left for Frankfort earlier with the bloody nose? Was it Valdez?
Valdez, yep.
Okay.
Looks like she's still in the trainer's room.
Yeah, still not back. Hopefully we get to see her back on the floor here this evening.
Shout out to Adriana, our trainer here at Frankfort, does a really good job. Had to go to her a couple times, unfortunately. Don't want to have to, but when you do, nice to have a trainer that is really, really good at her job.
Is she mean? Does she give you the slush bucket? That's all we ever got back in the day. Erica Robbins with her first field goal. It was if you had an ankle, you didn't want an ankle injury because the treatment was literally a slush bucket. Just stick it in ice forever until it fell off.
Well, I rolled my ankle the other day in practice. She's like, got to put ice on it. Oh, man, that does not feel good.
No, it's awful. Those guys that get in the ice baths, I want none of that.
I've done it a couple times, and I do not look forward to it.
Long, the benefit of some great passing there. She's got 5. She's able to finish that one, and now the 41-6 lead. We have that running clock scenario here as the clock will run for the remainder of the game.
Yeah, really good ball movement. I've said a couple times Central's move the ball well. All starts with Carly Davison. Quick ball movement to get some nice looks.
McAtee with the fake. She just took off before she was able to get the ball down. Traveling violation there. You know, you look, a lot of young pieces for this team. Obviously, you lose Flores and Guardado next year. We've seen Evelyn Vasquez Batista on the floor tonight as that third senior. But Ashley Vasquez Rivera, Daisy Santos Valdez, Ella McAtee, they're all coming back next season. And as Doug alluded to, helps on the way. We've just got to stand the tide here for a season or two and be able to turn this program back around.
Yeah, Coach Crawford's is getting the program rolling. Could really turn this program around. No, he did that with Clinton Central. Won a sectional with them for the first time. Was that their first one ever in school history?
It was not in school history, but it'd been a hot minute. I've got that here in my notes, actually, I can tell you.
I know Coach Crawford's done a really
2021,
good job.
They hadn't done that since 1997. So actually class basketball hurt Clinton Central.
Which is very rare.
Yeah, it's the opposite, right? This shot up. How about that, Guardado?
Nice shot from Vanessa Guardado on the wing. Don't see her shoot a lot of those threes, but, man, maybe they should start looking into that.
Yeah, let her rip. Knock that one down. 41-9.
And there's a weird rule. That goes under the 35 points. But since they've hit 35 points, it still rolls no matter what now.
Still rolls. Parkinson with the jumper. She's got 20. If you're curious, her career high is 30 points. She did that her sophomore year versus Pioneer. Her season high this season is 25. She did that in the last game against Lebanon. So back-to-back 20-point games for Parkinson. Good backdoor cut. Couldn't handle the pass. Flores for three. Get in there.
Almost back-to-back threes for Frankfort would have been huge. That was actually, that three, I realized, was Frankfort's first field goal made on the night.
Yeah. Comes in the third quarter. Active defense. And now what are we going to get here? The whistle called. And the foul is going to be against the Hot Dogs. Coach Crawford beside himself on that one.
Yeah, I think I agree with the call. Ashley Vasquez was all over her. Really probably fouled her a couple times before they called it. Just the kind of the reaction there from Clinton Central, throwing the elbow out. But I think it was the right call. Erica Robbins kind of had enough of that.
It took a little bit of a while to get a whistle, and I'm with you. Serber on the follow. Cleans things up. That's her first field goal tonight. Eight points here in the third quarter so far for these Bulldogs. Parkinson on the takeaway. A couple of teammates to choose from. She finds Long. Long's got another field goal.
Is that the center running point guard there? A little reverse
it was.
rules.
Able to see over the top of the defense. Made a nice pass. Timeout, Frankfort. Allows us to thank our friends at Healthy Communities of Clinton County, where they want you to know that recovery is possible. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, make sure you reach out to Healthy Communities at 659-6063 or visit them online at healthyclintoncounty.org. They have resources and programs and different things that can help you get on your road to recovery. In the timeout here, there's a good look inside that Bulldog huddle. You guys have Sheridan on Saturday. Who you got tomorrow night, Doug?
Twin Lakes on the road.
Twin Lakes on the road. Headed up to Monticello.
Yeah, well, about an hour drive from here. Then you got to come back and play another game the next night. And then we turn back and we play Monday in that Indiana Kitchen Classic. So 3 games in 4 days. Not going to be easy, but it's nice to hopefully string some wins together. To get in that win column.
Get some momentum rolling, then get a little break, go open some Christmas presents, right, and come back after the new year?
Come back and come right back into a tough conference game with Lebanon, which I don't know the last time we beat them, so be nice to knock them off.
That's another game will be on our airwaves. That's a varsity doubleheader that night at Lebanon. That's on January 5th.
Yeah, looking forward to the season. Only 5 games in, so got a long way to go. Doesn't really matter how you play right now. It matters how you're playing in March. So, but you still want to win these games. So.
For sure. But that's one of the benefits of Indiana high school basketball is they don't seed. I know a lot of people disagree with that.
Yep.
As Parkinson gets her 22nd point on the night, but early losses in the season don't hurt. I mean, obviously they can if they're in conference, things of that nature, but you don't get seeded based on the draw. It's all luck of the draw.
And you look at to see who won Frankfort Sectional last year was a Twin Lakes team that came in, I think, with 8 wins maybe on the year.
It's true. That's a good point.
And they came in and beat Western, and then got a win against a really good Rensselaer team to go to a regional game, which no one thought would even be possible for them. So
catch lightning in a bottle every once in a while. These Bulldogs on that offensive glass. McAtee in the passing lane. Ella the other way. Too strong. She's had a couple of those tonight where she's been right there. And then blocked by Parkinson. And now a foul on the other end by Guardado. Seeing some hustle and some active play on both sides of the ball.
Getting really physical down there. Coach Crawford was looking for a foul down here on this end. Didn't get it, and then they called the foul down here, which I think even made him a little more upset.
The nice gesture is one of the officials did look at him and say, my bad. I think he admitted, I missed one down there. I apologize. That doesn't go a long way in a game like this per se, but at least you got the acknowledgement, right?
Yep.
Long gets both at the line. Her nice night of basketball continues. 9 points now for the sophomore. Got to have 7 or 8 rebounds as well, and a handful of steals.
Nice to see her play well, as Central is going to lose 3 seniors that start for them. Nice to see another sophomore play well to go along with Carly Davison.
Guardado lets that one fly a little short. And clock continues to run here on the third quarter. Coach Don Helmick been coaching a long time, 23 years overall. This is his 3rd year at Clinton Central. Came in and took over after the sectional year as Parkinson gets another jumper to go. 257 career wins for Coach Helmick. And he's strung together a lot of winning seasons. I mean, you can go back on John Harrell's website and you can see all the way back to 2001 where he was at Cascade. Spent some time at Paoli, Caston. Now here in season 3, but he has not had a losing season so far at Clinton Central. Took right over where Coach Crawford left off there. They went 13-11 in the first year, 16-7 last season, and now 9-1. Looking for that 10th victory on the season, and they're well on their way. Serber, jumper, beats the buzzer, gets another field goal tonight. 55-9 your score as we head to the break. We'll step back. Fourth quarter heads your way. You're watching the ISC Sports Network.
At Day and Gannett Funeral Home, we know the importance of family. Being a family-owned funeral home, we pride ourselves in giving the care and love to you and your loved one as if you were part of our own family. With a compassionate staff that takes pride in fulfilling all the details to celebrate the life of your loved one in a unique and special way, you can be sure that your services will be meaningful and memorable. When you suffer loss in your family, let our family take care of your family. Day and Gannett Funeral Home, putting family first.
Rondell Sims is a successful entrepreneur and beloved grandpa, in part because he's responsive and attentive. That also just happens to be what he looks for in a financial partner. And when it comes to his bank, Rondell is a farmer.
Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here at Case Arena, Frankfort High School and John Milholland Court. I don't know what you're doing on January 13th, but you might want to make sure that you are here. Is it 13th or 14th?
13th. Yep.
Blue Chips game. They put the tickets on sale early for Clinton County residents only. I have heard some crazy numbers, but somewhere around 1,700 tickets sold in the first couple of days, and then now open them up to the public. I think Case used to seat a little over 5,000.
I think it's at 5,200, I want to say, maybe.
You want, when they replaced the bleachers, you wondered if they lost a little bit on the ends, but man.
It'd be crazy to see that many people here. Man, it is getting physical. Yeah, I'm really excited for that game. Hopefully you see a sold-out Case Arena. 200 tickets sold in the first 30 minutes. They went on at 7 a.m.
That's awesome.
People were ready. Nice to see some excitement in Clinton County for Frankfort basketball.
I hope that you guys and the Hornets both put on a spectacular game. That is one night where I don't care, and I'll say this on the air, if we get 5 overtimes. Because if you have that many fans here and they're checking that out and get to see it, hopefully that continues to bring them back each and every, Friday, Saturday night when there's home games here at Case. This place is rocking when it's packed.
I say when there's a lot of people in Case, it's a loud environment. Nothing beats it. I played in some loud environments, but nothing like what this potentially could be. But when Case is rocking, got the band playing, Fans are going crazy. It's a special place to be.
The band may get displaced a little bit. They're going to be here that night, but they may have to set up in one of the corners up there.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to get the primetime seats where they normally get them.
You're going to have to treat them like they do with Turner's drum line there in Bankers Live.
Yeah, they're up
or
in
Gamebridge or whatever it's called now.
Nosebleeds in Bankers, or I always
Gamebridge,
want to call it
yeah.
Gamebridge.
It's all right. It's the Ruoff Music Center is going to be Deer Creek to me forever.
Seems like Frankfort's putting in a lot of these girls that play JV, and they're coming in playing hard, giving some good minutes.
Yeah, a lot of youth out there, and we're seeing a fight. Not personal physical fight, but a good fight from the dogs.
Yep. And this is really good experience for some of the young players to get to play in a varsity matchup, especially when you get to guard Sarah Parkinson as the first time you get on a varsity court.
You know what I love right now, too, is if we could get a shot, guys, Coach Crawford has pulled his chair out and around, and he is sitting facing his girls and just having a conversation with them tonight. Things that he saw out there on the floor and talking them up. And now you've got some younger players over there fighting. And we'll get a shot of that here in a moment. Obviously, live action going on right now. But I love it. I love the coaching that he's giving them nonstop. It's a 46-point game right now, and Coach Crawford's over there talking to him like it's a 2-point contest.
Yeah. And it looks like he kind of let JV head coach Noah DeBree take over for that little bit here. Just missed a shot. He's gone back to sitting where he was. But talking it over with those varsity players about some things that, he saw tonight and wants them to work on in the future. There's Noah DeBree there in the blue.
He got momentarily to yell, "That's a hook." I heard that from him for a minute.
I did hear that from all the way up here. He's taking his moment. It's not just the girls' moment; it's his moment, coaching some varsity girls basketball. So,
yeah, usually he sat down again pretty quickly because usually if you're that loud as an assistant coach, you draw a technical pretty quickly. They don't mind listening to the head coach, but as the assistant, you're supposed to relay things. But I love it. I love the passion. That's how you're going to bring it back.
Yep.
And now a line shift change is going to happen on Clinton Central's side of the basketball as well. There's 4 players set to check in, and the Bulldog faithful will stand and give an ovation as Parkinson, Davison, Serber, and Robbins all come off the floor.
I know Clinton Central is heavily favored in this game coming in, but anytime Clinton Central or any of these other county schools can beat Frankfort, it always means a lot to them. So Clinton Central fans are definitely going to be happy with this win they're going to pull out tonight.
Yeah, this is their 5th straight victory versus the Hot Dogs. However, overall, going back to 2001, they are 7-16 versus Frankfort. So if you take away the last 5 wins, they were 2-16. This is a series dominated by Frankfort up until the last few years. And so I know, Frankfort faithful, and there's going to be a sense of pride, right, that you want to get that back. And I know you guys are feeling it on the boys' side as well with a couple of losses. The Clinton Prairie being a Clinton County team. I promise I'm not trying to pour salt in the wounds.
No.
But just, those are things that obviously they matter. Those county rivalry games, conference opponents like Lebanon that's upcoming, those are games you circle every year.
You come in, it doesn't just mean something to you, it means something to the community. It's a big game. Lost to Prairie now 3 years in a row, so that's something that stings going out like that. But you look at Prairie, they're 5-0 now, so people want to be quick to judge and say, hey, well, you're losing to this small school. But Prairie's not no walkover. And these county schools are getting really good at athletics, both girls and boys now. Athletics in Clinton County are really improving.
Yeah, I've been able to go watch some youth sports with my nephew, who's now participating in the the initial programs at the boys' club. They don't require him to dribble much, but they can run up and down the floor with the ball and get the shot up. And it's great to see a lot of former players back now coaching their kids at that level. And Brody Kirby's one of them that I see quite often. And so it's very cool to see that give back, and I hope that continues for many years to come.
Yeah, I know Brody Kirby's kind of taken over the Boys and Girls Club there as the, I guess you could say, athletic director. I don't know exactly what you would call that, but seeing a lot of those former players getting their kids involved in sports early, it's really cool to see.
McAtee dribbles into trouble and then gets it over to Guardado, and another three knocked down.
Her second one on the night. Looking like potentially Steph Curry out there.
A traveling violation. Gives the ball back to the Dogs. 9 points for Guardado. We need her to get one more. She needs one more point. She's got to get double figures 3 straight games. McAtee able to save it to Guardado. On the floor, down the lane.
I thought
just
that was
missed.
it.
Frankfort on the rebound. And then a carrying violation called against McAtee.
McAtee just came back from that concussion she had suffered, so I think she's still trying to get in the groove of things. When you sit out for a couple of weeks, it's not always easy to get back.
Got to dust the rust off. There's a point scored by Clinton Central. That's number 11, Hannah Jacobs. Guardado up and in. Got it. Double figures again.
3 straight games. That was a nice left-handed little almost hook shot. Or scoop shot. I've scored on that a couple of times this year. Really effective move.
I think a career high is coming for you on Saturday. I ain't trying to jinx you, but
I hope so. There's another.
Hey, there's a three knocking one down.
Lighting it up. You know, my career high actually is against Sheridan, 21 points my sophomore year. That game was covered by you. So hopefully we can break that again.
I'm glad you remember that because I don't.
You know, you got to.
I don't know. I don't mean your career high. I mean the fact that you remember I was covering the game.
Really?
Yeah, I've slept since then, so I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Yeah.
I believe you. It probably was me. I've done this for a hot minute. This game comes to a conclusion, though, 57-17. A 40-point victory tonight here for the Clinton Central Bulldogs. They'll improve to 10-1 on the season. Frankfort falls to 0-11. Doug, your final thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch. Clinton Central came out. You got early with that. Got Frankfort early with a lot of turnovers when they had that press on them. Got out to an early lead. Frankfort kind of battled back there at the end of the fourth quarter, though, as we've said all year long. Frankfort is a team that's going to play hard. They're never just going to roll over and let you walk all over them. So Frankfort came out at the end, cut it down to 40-point lead. I think Central had it near 50 points. Impressive to see Frankfort not give up and get a couple nice shots at the end. But it was a really dominating game from Clinton Central. Sarah Parkinson, I'm not exactly sure how many she had tonight, had 24 points. So a really impressive game from her, and Carly Davison looked really good as well, especially on the defensive end.
Double figures for Frankfort. It was Vanessa Guardado with 11, her third straight game in double figures. So you always try to find those positives within the game, and that was one of them tonight for Frankfort. On the other side, we got to name our Frankfort Eagles Clinton County player of the game, and it's going to be Sarah Parkinson. Absolutely amazing tonight, 24 points. She had rebounds. She was dishing out assists. She had steals. You mentioned your center starting the break there with a nice pass at one point in time as well. So congratulations to her, Coach Helmick, and the rest of the Bulldogs on their victory tonight. On the ISC Sports Network tomorrow night, make sure you tune in. It's a varsity doubleheader. It's Carroll and Rossville on Friday night, and then on Saturday back here as Frankfort hosts Sheridan. You get to watch Dougie Fresh get out there and play some basketball. He's a nice guy on the broadcast. He's the villain on the floor, right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for tuning in tonight. We appreciate you joining us as always. It's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. It was presented by the Frankfort Eagles, Post 976, where they are people helping people. By Day and Genda Funeral Home, proud supporters of high school athletics in Clinton and Carroll County. By the healthy communities of Clinton County, making the healthy choice the easy choice. FiberHawk, fast, affordable FiberHawk, and the Farmers Bank. Let's grow. Thanks for tuning in. That's going to do it for our coverage from Frankfort. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Healthy Communities of Clinton County is committed to reduce the risk factors contributing to chronic disease, including health disparities by decreasing stigma and encouraging positive changes. HCCC is here for the community with systems of care navigators, insurance assistance, prenatal classes, mental health programs, substance use prevention,